Hey everybody, welcome to today's routine. We're going to start this one off in a half front split on our right side. So we will start by targeting the hamstrings and the lower back. With your right foot forward, your right leg is as straight as you can get it to be as you lean towards your right leg passively. Your hands are on the floor for support as we focus on the target areas and surrendering into position. We also want you to focus on your breathing. I'd like you to take your breaths as deep as you could take them every single breath you take. See if you can also narrow all the air that moves in and out of your body just down to your nose. The time is up for this right side. I'd now like you to change to the other side. Our half front split on our left leg. Again, this will be a 1-minute position. You can also grab that left foot and flex it back, as that'll increase the sensation in the lower part of your left leg. But the main focus is on the hamstrings, so that is not always necessary to do. 1 minute, everybody. And you now have 30 seconds left. Please come out of the position and lie down on the ground for our short rebound. This will only be for about 45 seconds. The time is up for this position. So now I want you to roll out of this rebound and come on up into our next position, which is going to be the half-seated frog pose. From a seated position, take your right leg out in front of you, bend your left leg and pull that behind you. If that's unachievable because of your left knee, either 1, try to sit on a folded up blanket, or 2, just do our basic single leg forward bend stretch. This will be a 2-minute position targeting the right hamstrings. In the last 1 minute, we will change the direction of the body. 2 minutes in our half-seated frog position, diving in towards right leg. We now have 1 more minute in the same position, targeting the right hamstrings. Please soften into the pose. Fall into that position naturally. No action, no forcing, no jamming. We will now stay in the same position, but we're going to change the body so that it targets the QLT. This means let your chest open towards the left wall, let your left arm reach over your head and try to grab your right foot. You don't have to get anywhere close to grabbing your right foot to get the benefit of this pose. Always remember, the benefit comes through the sensations that you're feeling and creating. You should feel this in your left side body, as well as continue to feel the stretch in your hamstrings. This will just be for 1 minute. The time is up for this position. I want you now to come out of this pose. The next position will be our pigeon pose on our left side. So please set yourself up for a pigeon pose on the left leg. This will be a 3-minute pose. Feel free to put folded blankets underneath your left leg. That can help a lot if you're having a hard time with this position. 3-minute position, left side pigeon pose. You now have 2 minutes left. The mentality is always as if you're falling asleep in the pose. We want you to relax to that level of calmness. You can close your eyes, narrow your attention to your breathing, and just sink into that softness. And the time is up. So transition out of this position, and we are now going to go into our seated half frog, targeting the left hamstrings. From the seated position, left leg will be forward and right leg will be pulled behind you unless you're choosing to choose a variable pose. Half seated frog position, fall into the left leg. We will spend 2 minutes here before we change the target areas. You have less than 1 minute left. We will keep the same leg position, just rotate so that your torso faces the right wall as you extend your right arm over your right ear, attempting to grab your left foot. This is including the QLT for the pose. You should also feel a stretch in the left hamstrings as well. We will spend 1 minute in this variation. And the time is up for this, so I'd like you to come out of this pose. And we will now move into our right side pigeon position, targeting the gluteals and the IT band. Again, feel free to use the folded blanket if you need to elevate your hips off the floor. This will be a 3-minute pose. So get yourself situated, find an optimal stretch in the target areas, but make sure that you feel no pain in your knee or your hip crease. Once you feel that and you're satisfied, try to relax completely into it. We have 3 minutes. And you're now down to your final minute for this position. This is also the last pose for this routine. So for one last minute, completely relax into the body. And the time is up for this, so please slide out of the pigeon position and lie down on the ground, and we'll take the final rebound for this routine. Anywhere from 2 to 5 minutes usually will do the trick, but please take the time. Thanks for joining us for today's routine. We hope it does wonders for your body, your mind, and specifically your training. We'll see you tomorrow, everybody.